Since the beginning of mankind, men have been trying to impress the ladies in whatever way possible. Even in the animal kingdom, you have male birds that perform little dances or rituals, all in an attempt to impress the females of their species. But what if you didn't have to? What if there was one secret thing that you could do that could make them never stop chasing you? In today's world, millions of men engage in predictable behavior, and because they do the same thing as everybody else, nothing is really unique about them or what they do. And when there is nothing unique about you, or nothing that stands out, you are, by definition, average. A man who does the same thing as every other man is what you would call predictable or typical. Most guys out there think that they are doing something new when they try to impress females with money. Most guys out there think that they are doing something new when they try to show off in 100 other ways, yet all of these things have been done before. The world that we live in is becoming more and more crowded by the minute, so we are reaching a point where if you want to stand out, you have to do something new and something exciting. Or better yet, why not just be something new and exciting? In nature, a certain type of male penguin offers female penguins a small stone in the hopes that he will be able to mate with them. And the females of this species make their choice based on the quality or the beauty of the stone that is being offered to them. But wouldn't it be better to simply become the stone? If you do the same thing as everybody else, you will get the same results as everybody else. And the reality is that most people get average results. When this video is finished, you will know something that will make them chase you, but only if you follow through with it. Many guys believe that they must conquer an army or make billions of dollars for people to care about who they are. But something that makes a man unforgettable is a strong, memorable personality. So the question then becomes, how can you get a strong personality? And the answer is simple, but first you have to understand the things that will keep you average or the things that will make you just like every other guy on the planet. Think about the last time that a friend tried to get you to do something. The more you like and trust this person, the more likely you are to do what they ask you. Now imagine what happens when you're at a party and 30 people are shouting at you to do something like jump off of a roof into a pool. All of a sudden, that single voice from your close friend now becomes 30. And now you have all these people shouting at you to do something, even though you know you probably shouldn't do it. When this happens, you are looking one of the most powerful forces known to man right in the face, and you have a very important decision to make. If you give in, you might win in that moment, but you will lose in the long run. The peer pressure that we all face on a daily basis is like a huge vice grip that will slowly clamp down and crush the one thing that can make us stand out, or the one thing that will place us above average. Every day we face peer pressure to dress a certain way, to behave a certain way, and we even face pressure when it comes to the choices that we make in pretty much every single thing that we do. Every time that you walk out into the world, society expects you to be dressed a certain way. When you interact with people, they have expectations for you and how you should behave and what you should say and how you should say it. When you decide that you're tired of being broke and you want to try some other way to make money, the vice grip of peer pressure will begin to clamp down and you will start to question and doubt your decision. And this pressure comes in from every direction, such as the TV that we watch, the news, Facebook, and other social media sites. But it also comes from our friends, our family members, and even complete strangers. And all this pressure is there for one specific reason, and it is to mold you into a basic shape or an average shape, or what you would call a typical or predictable person. And the reason for this is because typical, predictable people are much more easier to control. So what can you do to break the mold? What can you do to stand out among a sea of average men? Something that you have to understand is that females cannot help but chase men who stand out or men who are above average. And the rarest men are men who are different from everybody else. And the easiest way to become different or to stand out is not to spend 10 years amassing a huge fortune that you can show off with. It doesn't involve learning magic coin tricks that you hope will impress some people at a party, and it's definitely not blending in and doing what everybody else does. The easiest way to stand out is to have a strong personality. Many men have a weak personality, and when tested with even the slightest bit of conflict, they fold. Having a strong personality is actually really easy to do, and you can start developing it right now. One of the main things men with weak personalities do is immediately go on the defensive when others call them out on something. A man with a strong personality does not have to explain why he chooses to do something. Most guys, when called out on something, will back down, get defensive, and try to explain why they made a decision that goes against the normal, average way of doing things. Men who have low self-confidence or low self-esteem do this all the time. If you want to get into music and go after your dreams, when somebody asks you why you are choosing to do that, you don't have to explain yourself. All you have to say is that you're doing it because you can or because you choose to. So many men out there choose to be average and choose not to stand out because they follow rules that somebody else set, even when those rules make absolutely no sense. Some of the key things that will make you stand out as a man with a strong personality are not making excuses for decisions that you make, never explaining yourself when others call you out on something, and choosing to follow your own set of rules rather than rules that other people set for you. All of the most successful men in the world, they all made a choice to stand out and to block out peer pressure rather than allowing it to control and mold them into a specific shape. If you choose to be average, or if you choose to be typical, you will become like a sheep within a larger group of sheep who wander aimlessly around the world with no direction, no purpose, but most importantly, with no personality. The core of a strong personality is making decisions and living your life based on your own compass, and not the pressure that's placed on you by your peers and by society in general. But more importantly, it is about making decisions and absolutely never apologizing for doing you and being yourself. Having a strong personality will make you unforgettable, and instead of being like every other average guy who simply offers the girl a stone, a strong personality will allow you to be the stone. If you do this, they will begin to chase you, not the other way around. And with that said, until next time, thanks for watching.